everybody, my name's Randy. Of course, you are watching the 5.5 Garage, and today I will be continuing on with my Turbo Miata build project. The engine is assembled. Now there's a couple of things that I need to work on today in order to get ready to put the engine back into the car. So, with all that said, let's get to it. Here we are, back at the engine. It's all put together, but today I want to work on a couple of things that are easy to do while I still have this on the stand. Number one is I need to install my coolant mix housing, and I should have did this when I installed my water pump, but I took that opportunity to give this a really good cleaning, and I painted it with just some standard black epoxy paint for use on your chassis. And this is going to go here with a new gasket. As well, I need to install this coolant tube that fits on like so, that runs from the mix housing to the heater core. I just used my wire wheel on a bench grinder and cleaned this up, so everything's going to be looking nice and clean. I'm also going to put a new rubber grommet on here as well. Now, when it comes to my turbo, I'm going to intercept this line here, which usually goes to this coolant neck, and I'm going to run one of these to my turbo, and then there's going to be another water line that will run out of it back to this cooling hose. So that way I can have my water setup for my turbo done in a fairly simple manner. But since I've gone ahead and already explained all this, I'm just going to get to work and throw this on really quick. So now I have my coolant housing on, and these bolts are torqued to 14 to 19 foot-pounds. So this is the coolant tube that goes to your heater core, like I said, and you need to replace this rubber grommet. This one is very old. I don't know when the last time it was changed, so I'm just going to go ahead and take my knife and slit this and pop this off of here. You do get new gaskets with the water pump kit. That if you got the same one that I did, it comes with the gaskets for this coolant outlet as well as the rubber grommet for this one. And you take your new one and it just goes over top like so. And then I am going to put a little bit of lube on here just to help it slide in here and seat. There. So now, got my coolant mix housing on, and I also have my coolant hose to my heater core in with a new grommet. So this side is good to go, so when I drop this back into the car, I don't have to try to fiddle with this stuff, and it just makes it easier. So then I can take my exhaust manifold and just put it on and start working on it. But now we got to work on some stuff on the other side of the engine. Now that we have tackled some of the cooling issues on the other side, it's now time to come over to the intake side of the engine. I went ahead and decided to keep this factory oil cooler on here, so I needed to find a way to run new lines. And thankfully, after searching around on eBay, I found these, and these are silicone hoses from G+ Performance Parts, which are going to allow me to run from here to the cooler, and then from here around to the front of the engine. And I didn't want to use standard rubber, since pretty much all the other hoses on this engine are going to be silicone hoses. I decided to just go ahead and find a set of these. And the installation on these is pretty simple. The kit also comes with clamps, so this makes it an all-in-one solution to make this pretty easy. So this one comes out of the back of the head, runs down to the oil cooler, and then this one, like so, that will come to the throttle body when I put that on, and then from the throttle body to the coolant housing. So now that we got some of our coolant lines in, the next thing we need to address is how you're going to feed oil to the turbo. And if this was a 1.6 liter, there is actually a high pressure oil port on the other side of the engine that you could use. Unfortunately, the 1.8s, they don't have that. So what I did was I picked up a sandwich plate, and this one is from Glowshift, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 ports on it that you can use for a turbo oil feed. You can run a oil pressure sensor off of this. I think you can even do an oil temperature sensor, but if you're going to run one of those, I highly recommend you put that one actually into the oil pan. But basically this fits in here like so, sandwiched in between the oil filter and the engine. And when you pump oil through your engine, it's going to feed these ports for whatever you got connected to it. It comes with this that allows it to screw on here and then sandwich everything together. Now when you go to put this on, make sure that this rubber gasketed side faces to the engine, because that's how it's going to seal up. The socket size that you're going to use, this is 1 1/8 inches, and it's what I use to tighten down the factory nut in there, and it also works for this piece as well. I'm going to stick just a little bit of lube so that this gasket isn't going on here dry, and that will help promote good seal. I'm going to have this off to the side like that so that my ports are facing towards the back of the engine. And now I'm going to take some sealer and I'm going to put it on the plugs on all these ports so I don't get an oil leak. Now, I got all the oil feed done. This is going to be the oil feed from my turbo. And that's going to mount like there. And then it's going to come all the way around the engine to the other side and then connect to my turbo so that I have my feed going, and then there's a drain on the bottom of the turbo that'll go to the port that we made on the oil pan. And that's how we get oil to the turbo. And there you have it, guys. Quick short video today. I got a couple of more of these small little videos, small little projects that I need to knock out before I can get the engine and transmission back in the car. I still need to address the fuel situation. There's a couple of other small little things that I need to do. But hopefully I can get this all back in the car soon. It is fall here. Today is a very blustery day. Matter of fact, I got the garage door closed and I saw a race against the cold weather. I really want to have the mechanical side of this stuff done, so that way over the wintertime all I really have to worry about working on is electrical things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this short video today, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. There are more videos coming. Like I said, hopefully I can get this all back into the car by the end of October. It's rushing up on me very soon, but I think I can do it. So with all that said, I am going to end this video really quick. I got a couple things I need to run inside in order. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves wherever you are and you're staying safe, and I will see you guys on the next one.